In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 must-have cards at each position right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. So we'll be talking about the top 5 must-have point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. And I'll try to give you guys different price points and also including as many free cards as possible that I think you guys should have in your squad at each position. So there'll be some expensive must-have cards for the people that have a lot of MT to spend and can make those big upgrades, or there might be some budget upgrades, budget must-have cards as well that go for 5 to 10k MT. So starting with the top 5 must-have point guards in the game, to give you guys a couple really good budget options. Like I mentioned, I want to give you guys budget cards as well, not just the top tier cards, but I also don't want to just give budget cards, I want to give top tier cards as well. So Chauncey Billups and Ron Harper to me are two of the better budget point guards in this game. Chauncey Billups, if you're looking for more of that 3 hunting, yes, he's a smaller guard, but if you're looking for more of that 3 hunting at the point guard position, Chauncey Billups can give you good defense. He's 6'3" at point guard, 6'6", a 6'6" wingspan. You know, yeah, the height's not great, but the defense is still really good when it's on paper. Like 98 steal, 98 perimeter, 95 interior defense, 90 block. Really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. The stats and badges are great on this Chauncey Billups card. And then you take a look at the animations. He has the best SIGs in the game. Yeah, he's missing the Zach LaVine moving step back, but besides that, he has the best dribble SIGs in this game, Pro 2 fade, which is the best fade, and then he's got a really good jump shot. This is a great defensive point guard, but mainly going to be known for his offense. And then Ron Harper at number 4 is going to be known for his defense, 6'6" point guard, 6'9" wingspan. To give you guys a little bit more size, a little bit more defense, who also does have a really good jump shot and the Pro 2 fade. You're just not going to get the dribble SIGs that Chauncey Billups does provide you to have. If you want to go for a more 3 hunting guard, go for Chauncey Billups. If you want to go for more of a defensive point guard, go for Ron Harper. And then at the number 3 spot, the third must-have point guard in this game is going to be Andrew Bogut. And I think for how literally cheap he cost when it comes to the Galaxy Opal piece that you do need in the Festival of Champions exchanges, he's one Galaxy Opal piece, and that gets you this 7-foot point guard and Andrew Bogut. There's probably not a more must-have thing to do in this game than get Andrew Bogut with your one Galaxy Opal piece, so he has to be somewhere in this top 5. And then number 2, we have another very tall point guard, 6'9" point guard in Denny Avia. Just an amazing offensive card with his jump shot, his slashing ability, his playmaking ability, and then defensively, he's going to be tall enough, fast enough laterally to, you know, move across the perimeter. He's such a good defensive point guard for about 100,000 MT, so maybe more in that like mid-level price tag. And then if you guys have a lot of MT to spend, or you want to make a pretty big upgrade at point guard, Elgin Baylor to me is the one that makes the most sense, because if we take a look at Elgin Baylor, this is a card that honestly is not that far behind an invincible Devin Booker, Vince Carter, Havlicek, Klay Thompson. He's an invincible point guard level. He might not be an invincible, but he's on that level. 6'5" at point guard, 6'8" wingspan. The 99 stats, all the Hall of Fame badges you'll need, a really good jump shot, Pro 2 fade, and then the best dribble SIGs in the game. Again, he's not that far behind these invincible point guards, and that's why I think for his price, he is a must-have point guard right now in this game. Now, talking about the top 5 must-have shooting guards in my team, there has been a lot of changes to this top 5. We've gotten a lot of really good shooting guards over the past couple weeks or so, but at number 5 and number 4 are going to be cards that we had on the list last time I did this video, and it's Rick Barry and J-Dub. Rick Barry, you could have got him for free, and I think the Father's Day event might still be going on. Not sure if they got rid of that Father's Day festival event, whatever you want to call it, but he was able to get for free. So if you got him for free, he's a really good shooting guard. If you want to pay the 50,000, 60,000 MT that he costs, he's also really good for that price tag as well. And then 100 overall J-Dub is completely free in the NBA Playoff Spotlight Sims. So again, if you're a player that doesn't want to spend crazy amount of MT on a card, go for this 100 overall J-Dub. He's also going to be on the path to getting the free invincible that will either most likely be Shea or Tyrese Halliburton, but it's going to be a free invincible, most likely point guard that is going to be really nice to have on your team. But getting into the top 3, these are to me the must-have, the 3 top must-have shooting guards in this game. Shawn Marion at number 3, Richard Jefferson at number 2, and then of course that man Cedric Maxwell at number 1. If you guys need shooting guards on your lineup, I cannot stress enough, what I would do is with 30 of my dark matter pieces, I would go ahead and get Cedric Maxwell, and then I would spend the 150k to, let's say, 200,000 MT at the most to go ahead and get Shawn Marion, and that can be your 2 shooting guards for quite some time. They're both very, very good at the shooting guard position. I do think Richard Jefferson, just to give you guys another free option, if you wanted to tie all of your pieces into cards, you could just get Cedric Maxwell, get Richard Jefferson, and that could be your 2 shooting guards, and you're good to go, and you can save your MT, you know, instead of spending it on Shawn Marion. But I do think Shawn Marion is really, really good. He has one of the literal best jump shots in this game. I'm not even saying that to hype up this card. Go test out his That's out his jump shot. Julian Strother base, KCP upper on very quick timing. Go watch my gameplay if you want to see it in action. Unbelievable jump shot, one of the best in this game. And then you guys most likely know what Cedric Maxwell and Richard Jefferson can do. Just unbelievable offensive cards. Cedric Maxwell is basically a free hidden invincible shooting guard, and these are going to be my top 5 must-have shooting guards right now in my team. Now, talking about the top 5 must-have small forwards in this game, at number 5 we are going to be talking about Dark Matter Luol Deng. Number 4 we're going to be talking about Dark Matter Dolph Schayes, one of the newer must-have small forwards in this game. Because of his price only costing about 50k or below, he's an amazing option at the small forward position. Luol Deng, great defensively on the perimeter, one of the best perimeter defenders in this game with a really good jump shot. Number 3 is going to be the, of course, Dark Matter Vladimir Radmanovic, a 6'10" small forward with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, this card is just unbelievably good at the small forward position, and he's only like 100k. So if you guys want cheaper options, go for like Dolph Schayes. Luol Deng's a little bit cheaper. If you want the mid to expensive tier cards, go for Vladimir and go for Dark Matter Beasley. This Vladimir card might be more worth his price than Michael Beasley, just because of his dribble sigs being a lot better. He's going to give you more movement, but I do think that Beasley has the better jump shot compared to Vladimir. That's why he's going to be ranked a little bit ahead of him, but he does cost like 200k more. So again, it just depends how much MT you guys want to spend. But at the number 1 spot, I know a lot of people probably going to disagree with this, but for me, guys, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that LeBron is a must-have card for everybody in this game, but if you have the MT, let's say you have 2 million MT to upgrade at a position, and you're looking to make an upgrade at small forward, what small forward should you get with that amount of MT? LeBron is a must-have. So that's why in these top 5s, I try to cater to everybody that plays this game. Budget guys, go for Dolph Schayes, go for Luol Deng. If you have a bit more MT to spend at this position, go for Vladimir, go for Michael Beasley. If you have a lot of MT to spend, because there is people that have tons of MT to spend, they're sitting on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million MT, and they're trying to make some upgrades to their squad, go for LeBron. To me, I think at the small forward position, as a 100 overall card as well, probably one of the best value 100 overall cards in this game, because he is basically an invincible at the small forward position. He's a top tier small forward. He's still probably top 5 in this game. I'm trying to think about the new drop. The Blake Griffin, him and Blake Griffin could be close comparison wise. He's still one of the best small forwards in this game. So again, not a must have for everybody in this game, because not everybody can afford LeBron. But if you can afford LeBron, I do think he's a must have small forward. Moving on over to the top 5 must-have power forwards in this game. To start off with some 2 budget options, we got the Pink Diamond Jamal card and also Chris Anderson. I think both these cards as budget power forwards are both really good, and cards that I would definitely recommend if you guys are looking for budget power forwards. Again, we'll talk about some more that are more expensive, but 6'11" power forward, 7'3" wingspan here for Jamal. 92 speed is really good. The jump shot is amazing. He's also got the tray behind the back, which is the best behind the back in the game. He's got Kemba escape, which is one of the best escapes in the game. And I know JC said it in one of his videos, but this is pretty much a budget Tim Duncan. So really nice card to have for like 5,000 MT. And also Chris Anderson. I mean, he's a bit better defensively, I will say. So if you're looking for more of a defensive power forward, go for Chris Anderson at the budget tier. If you're looking for more of an offensive power forward, then I'd probably go for Jamal when we're talking about the best budget and must-have power forwards in this game. Dark Matter Sar is going to be here at number 3. He's a mid-tier price, 150, 125, 175k. Kind of hovers around that price tag, but he is elite at the power forward position. So if you can afford him, he's a must-have power forward in this game. Now to give you guys a free option here at number 2, another 100 overall card, of course, from the NBA Playoff Spotlight set, going alongside J-Dub, again, for the free Invincible. So you want to get this card for the free Invincible, but he's also one of the best power forwards in this entire game, and I do think he's a must-have power forward. Number 1, again, catering towards maybe more of the, you know, people that have more MT on this game, and that's going to be Dark Matter Dikembe. Again, if you have 600, 700, 800,000 MT to spend on a power forward, who should you go out and get? You should go out and get Dark Matter Dikembe. That's again why he's here at number 1, because he is, for people that have the MT, a must-have power forward in this game, and these are going to be my top 5. Now talking about the last position we'll be talking about in the top 5 must-have cards at each position is going to be, of course, the top 5 must-have centers in this game. Number 5, I do have Galaxy Super Roy Hibbert. Again, for budget players, he's a good budget center. He's not going to be the best center in this game, but if you don't have a lot of MT to spend at the center position, either grind for the free Dark Matter Rudy Gobert, who is completely free. Again, in the NBA Playoff Spotlight Sims, you can get Rudy Gobert, get Dark Matter Crusoe, and that will get you the 100 overall J-Dub. But yeah, Roy Hibbert for a budget player that wants to spend MT on a card, really good at center for his price. Rudy Gobert is free, and then kind of going up in the price tags to about 400k for both of these cards is going to be Dark Matter Mark Eden and Galaxy Opal Victor Wembanyama. Both of these cards really good at center. Mark Eden is a giant center, really good interior defender who's got a decent jump shot. And then Wemby is there as one of the best offensive centers in this entire game because of his uncontestable jump shot. And he is also 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan. But again, guys, at the number 1 spot is for people that have the MT to spend to get this card. I do believe Taco Fall is a must-have center, again, for the people that have the MT. Now, what I will say about Taco Fall, because I know he's been a huge topic of debate over the past week since the new drop happened, over the weekend, I should say. This Taco Fall card, to me, is really good. I see people in my comment section, I'll see half of the people say that this card isn't as good as I'm saying, or isn't worth his price, or not that good. And then I'll rank him a little bit lower on a tier list, for example, and then people will say, well, he's so good, he's like the best center in this game, how do you have him too low? You know, he should. So it's like, I can't please everybody in these videos, and I'm giving you guys my opinions. Take it with a grain of salt. If you don't agree with my opinion, that's perfectly fine. Go pick up a different center. I really do think Taco Fall is a top tier center for his price. I know some people think he's overpriced, and Galaxy Wemby and Dark Matter Mark Eden and Dikembe are better than him. I disagree with that personally. I would take Taco Fall at center over those 3 names, and that's why I have him at number 1. Yes, he's expensive, but again, if you have the MT, if you're somebody that only has 500k, yeah, don't try to save up and spend all your MT on Taco. Go get a Galaxy Wemby, go get a Dark Matter Mark Eden for the center position. But again, if you're somebody sitting with 3, 4, 5, 6 million MT and you want a center card, I feel like Taco is a must-have in this game. So hopefully you guys kind of understand my rankings and understand my thought process behind this. If you really like Taco, go buy him. If you don't really like Taco, go buy a different center. It's as simple as that. But these are going to be my top 5 must-have point guards in the game, top 5 must-have shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy these top 5 ranking and you guys found it helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.